about cleaning the kitchen. I'm going to share with you, first and foremost, the Enviro cloth. This is the #1 clean everything, do all cloth. It's wonderful. Again, made of their microfiber, so high-grade microfiber. This cloth is an antibacterial cleaning cloth. All I do is I take it dry and then I put it under the sink and I get it wet with cold water. Get it all the way wet, wring it out. Fold it into fourths, half again. And now I have multiple cleaning surfaces to use. Now, something that sets this cloth apart from any other microfiber cloth, besides the fact that it's a superior grade microfiber, is the fact that it has a component called back lock. Now, Norwex's back lock component is a fine silver threading through their cloth. This makes their cloth an antibacterial cloth, and it's a self-purifying property. So when you're finished with your cloth and you've rinsed it out and you hang it up for the night, while it dries, that silver threading is going to work, carefully purifying your cloth. Its enzymes are eating up and getting rid of all of the yuck and junk and bacteria and proteins that you've picked up off of your counters and your stove, and it's getting rid of them before they can become mold and fungus and mildew and anything that stinks in your cloth. Now, I'm going to show you several other pieces of our kitchen cleaning system, and then we're going to come back to our Enviro cloth and I'm going to prove to you just how well it works. So if you fall in love with this cloth, which I'm sure that you will, we also have it in a travel size. This comes in a pack of 4 and it's fantastic. It's great for taking with you. I'm a mom of 2 boys. My boys are 2 and 5 months old, and I like to keep one in a plastic bag in our diaper bag. And then I pour a little bit of my water bottle into that bag when I'm ready, get it nice and wet, and I can use it to wipe off my boy's face. I can use it to wipe off the table before we eat at a restaurant. The handlebar of my shopping cart, I've heard, although I haven't tried, you can use them in a public bathroom to disinfect the toilet seat, to disinfect handles as you enter stores. It's just a great antibacterial. Forget using all of those chemical-filled wipes, sanitizing wipes, hand sanitizer. Forget all those. Just wipe your hands on a travel cloth and it's good to go. And I will tell you from experience, they're amazing in how well they don't get nasty. That silver really works on them. I accidentally left one that was wet in the plastic bag, zipped in a diaper bag, and I forgot it was in there, and I went back like a week later to get it and clean it, expecting it to be totally disgusting. I was really afraid what it was going to smell like when I opened that bag. When I opened the bag and went to put it in my washing machine, it didn't smell at all. It was dirty. It looked dirty because it had been thoroughly used, but it didn't stink. Those are great. So it's a smaller size. It comes in a pack of 4, and they're your carry with you everywhere size. We also have a kitchen cloth. Same kind of properties as the Enviro cloth. However, it's got a rib to it, kind of like a loose corduroy is what I would describe the texture of it almost. Still antibacterial, still has the back lock for the silver for purification. Great for the kitchen for your dirtier messes, and maybe your tiled countertops, picks up that dirt and grime and grease without filling up the fibers too quickly. The fruit and veggie cloth, I will admit I was really bad when it came to washing my fruits and vegetables. I kind of thought, rub it on my shirt, I'll just cook it. And then I started to really learn what was on them and the waxy feeling, and I really discovered that after I started removing it. Got this cloth, and I just take, like, for instance, an apple, and I run it under the water while I'm scrubbing it with this cloth, and when I dry it off, the waxy film on the outside of it is gone. You can actually use them to peel things like a zucchini. I was scrubbing a zucchini, you scrub enough, and it just kind of easily peels off the outer peel, and you're ready to cook. You can do it with a cucumber as well. You don't even have to get out the peeler to really peel off the whole outer layer. This just scrubs off that outer skin. And then we're going to end with the cleaning paste. The cleaning paste is a chemical-free, kind of extra elbow grease for you. The Enviro cloth does all sorts of wonderful things, but for those harder to use or harder to clean, troublesome spots around your house, this is an extra elbow grease so that you have to use less of your own elbow grease power. It's made from marble flour natural soap and coconut oil. It's one of the few products made by Norwex that has a smell, and it's got a great kind of light lemony scent from the natural soap in it. I can't even begin to tell you all the different things that this product can do. I've had mine for about 6-7 months, and it's hard to see, but there's only a very small divot into it because it only takes a very little bit each time you use it. I've used it to clean soap scum off of my bathtub from lots of bubble baths. I've used it to scrub away mysterious black spots that appear in your bathtub that you can't even get away with bleach. I've actually used it to get mold out of my son's shirt. We had a shirt that ended up in the wrong hamper and it grew some mold, and after many washes and lots of different stain removers, I finally took a toothbrush and some cleaning paste and scrubbed at it, and it removed spots that just wouldn't budge. I've used it to remove permanent marker off of hardwood flooring. I've used it to remove crayon off of a wall. It's just amazing. I've actually used it to touch up when I painted on my son's bedroom wall. I've actually used it to touch up paint, to remove the paint that got out of the lines where I didn't want it. It's wonderful. It doesn't destroy the surface underneath it. It's kind of my go-to for a tough, clean job. We're going to jump back to the Enviro cloth. Remember, this is your clean everything, do all cloth, the Enviro cloth. And I'm going to show you how well it cleans and disinfects. I have nasty raw chicken. Everybody knows, ew. We're going to take it and I'm going to rub it across this plate, filling this plate with nasty, yucky chicken germs. I'll put it back on my plate. I have, they're called Pro Clean testing sticks. If you worked in a restaurant or you owned a restaurant and they came to check and see if your restaurant was clean, they might test with this. And what this stick actually swab tests for is for the presence of protein. Protein is smaller than bacteria, and it's what then grows and turns into bacteria as it festers. I'm going to take this and I'm going to get it nice and chickeny, scrubbing it all over. I'm going to release the solution down into my stick, and you're going to notice my stick's going to turn purple, dark purple, nasty, saying, yuck, you are not clean, you are full of protein, and therefore you are going to be full of bacteria. Now, I'm going to set my purple stick there, and I'm going to take my Enviro cloth. I've wet it with cold water, I've folded it, and I'm just going to carefully, quickly, with one swoop, wipe off my plate. Now, I'm going to take a new fresh cleaning stick, and I'm going to wipe it across my plate. Release the solution, and you're going to see my solution is green. Green means that my solution is clean. There is no longer any protein and therefore bacteria on my plate. All it took was one swipe of my water-filled, chemical-free Enviro cloth. Now, everybody thinks, awesome, so cool. It gets even better. My Enviro cloth, which this is the one I just used to clean this yucky chicken plate. My Enviro cloth, the way you think of Enviro cloth or microfiber is like long little tentacles, and those tentacles open up and they pick up and they remove the particles. So they're not just pushing around the protein, bacteria, particles, and yuck. They're picking it up and they're holding on to it. And they're holding on to it so well that this cloth, the protein that it picked up, the bacteria that it picked up, will not transfer onto a clean plate. So I have two plates. And just to emphasize that, I'm going to take my chicken and I'm going to even just dab it straight onto my cloth. So there's lots of nasty protein bacteria on that. I'm going to take that cloth and I'm going to wipe it on this clean, dry platter. I'm going to take a third stick. We still have our purple dirty, our green clean. We're going to take this one and we're going to test, and we're going to show that on this new plate, there is no bacteria having transferred from our Enviro cloth. It is still clean. It did not transfer. There is no bacteria on that plate just because I used the same cloth. Because that Enviro cloth has antibacterial, microfiber, and silver. Now, I'm probably not going to take this cloth and take that exact same side and go wipe my kid's face, just because I'm gonna go rinse it out in the sink first, but that's all I have to do. I take it to my kitchen sink, I rinse it out, this time with warm water, rubbing it together, opening up those fibers and getting them to release all that bacteria and germs, hang it up to dry, and that self-purifying silver will get to work, and I will have a clean cloth ready to go the next time I need it. And I can take this same enviro cloth and I can clean anywhere else in my house. Now, we're going to take this enviro cloth and we're going to actually jump over into the kitchen, and I'm going to show you how we can use this wonderful elbow grease cleaning paste to do a little bit tougher job. So come with me.